जग में सबसे न्यारा।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
भारतीय संस्कृति का वैभव जग में सबसे न्यारा। ज्ञान और विज्ञान यहीं से सबने पाया सारा, सबने पाया सारा। कुछ भूलों से हारा फिर से जीते देश हमारा। गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, गीता माँ।
त्यागशील सेवा व्रतधारी युवा जगे पुरुषार्थी।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
त्यागशील सेवा व्रतधारी युवा जगे पुरुषार्थी। वैज्ञानिकता विनय सभ्यता स्वभाव हो निस्वार्थी, स्वभाव हो निस्वार्थी। देशभक्ति में तेजस्वी हो फिर समाज यह सारा। गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
शिवाजी बुद्ध गगन के तारे।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
महावीर गगन के तारे। परंपरा की पुण्य चेतना उर में हम सब धारे, उर में हम सब धारे। बाल हृदय में उसे जगाकर जगे देश यह सारा। गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
सारी दुर्बलता को राष्ट्र समर्थ बनाओ।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
त्यागो सारी दुर्बलता को राष्ट्र समर्थ बनाओ। बंधु भाव समता ममता से सबको गले लगाओ, सबको गले लगाओ। चलो विवेकानंद मार्ग पर शुभ संदेश हमारा। गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा। ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा। भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार।
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मनु मुकुरु सुधारी बरनउ रघुबर विमल जसु जो दायक फलचारी बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेस विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीसति लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज संवारे लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुबीर हरषि उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरतई सम भाई सहस बदन तुम रोजस गावे अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा जम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सकै कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर है सब जग जाना जुग सहस्र जो जन पर भानु लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानू प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माही जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना आपन तेज सम्हारो आपे तीनों लोक हांकते कांपे भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे महावीर जब नाम सुनावे नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे चारों जुग परताप तुम्हारा है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता असवर दीन जानकी माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे अंत काल रघुबर पुर जाई जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई और देवता चित्तन धरई हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा की जय नाथ हृदय महडेरा पवन तनय संकट हरन मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसहु सुर भूप सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय। तपो विवशीभूता सुरलोकादपि धरणिमागता रसातलमपि त्वरितमुपेता मुक्तिदेवता त्रिपथगामिनी गङ्गा मनोहारिणी विजयते गङ्गा मनोहारिणी। स्फटिकनिर्मलं तुहिन शीतलं तरङ्गतरलं परममङ्गलं दिव्यं सलिलं वहति सलिलं मर्त्यलोके अमृतवाहिनी गङ्गा मनोहारिणी विजयते गङ्गा मनोहारिणी।
योगेशम्
Jai Shri Krishna. In his book, The Tower of Jiu-Jitsu, Chris Maracas writes, if we do not master ourselves, we will be slaves to ourselves. Arjuna asked Lord Krishna, which of the two applies to him, the yoga of knowledge or the yoga of action? Today, we eagerly await the answer, as our respected speaker will tell us how we can be liberated from bondage, as is expressed in the Bhagavad-Gītā. On behalf of Geeta Parivar, I welcome you all to discover how Kama Sannyasa Yoga, or the yoga of action and knowledge, has been explained in the Upanishad, sung by the Lord, in the science of Brahma, the scripture of yoga, and the dialogue between Sri Krishna and Arjuna. Seeking the Lord's presence among us and to ask the blessings of the Almighty, I invite Anju Agarwalji, a homemaker from Dubai, Bachelor in Applied Arts with expertise in spiritual and alternative medicine, with Geeta Parivar since May 2021 and serving.
Yeah, thank you, Didi. Thank you so much. Vasudevasutan devam Kaumsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Shri Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Jai Shri Krishna sabhi ko.
Thank you, Anju ji, for the melodious prayer. The Bhagavad Gita says, we must act in such a manner that there is no revolt from any side as a consequence of the action that we perform. Let us pray that we may be enlightened with the wisdom of right action as we light the lamp. I call upon Dr. Aruna K.R. ji. Srimati Dr. Aruna K.R., Master of Philosophy from Bengaluru and a research assistant by profession, with a deep interest in Sanskrit learning, she joined Geeta Parivar in July-August 2021 and now serves as co-trainer. Welcome, Dr. Aruna ji.
निषिद्धैरप्येभिर्लुलितमकरन्दो मधुकरैः करैरिन्दोरन्तश्छुरित इव सम्भिन्नमुकुलः विधत्तां सिद्धिन्नो नयनसुभगामस्य सदसः प्रकीर्णः पुष्पाणां हरिचरणयोरञ्जलिरयम् शरदिन्दुनिभां शुभ्रवस्त्रैरलङ्कृतां कलहंसकृतावासां वरदां शारदां नुमः वरदां शारदां नुमः.
Thank you, Dr. Aruna ji, for lighting the lamp for us. Our well-known speaker today, Rupal Shukla Didi, needs no introduction. Briefly, let me highlight that she is our program coordinator, Geeta Vrati, Geeta Pravina, and pursuing an Advaita Vedanta course on Indian philosophy from Chinmay Vishwa Vidyapeeth, Kochi, and has learned by heart the whole Bhagavad-Gītā. She is a disciple of Param Pujya Swamiji, founder of Geeta Parivar. It is very interesting to know that she has grown up with Geeta Parivar program coordinators, and she also leads our academic literature team. She's a student of Advaita, as I said. She is helpful with a very sharp mind. Welcome, Rupal Didi.
Jai Shri Krishna. Sadashiva-samarambham Shankaracharya-madhyamam Asmadacharya-paryantam Vande Guru-paramparam Vande Guru-paramparam. Jai Shri Krishna, everyone. With the Lord's grace on us, with the blessings of many saints and the punya karmas done by us in our previous births, of many births, we are gathered here to learn Geeta. We have got this chance to spread the knowledge of Geeta all over the world. In the series of 4 levels, we are in level 3 and we are learning 5th chapter. In the last session, Karma Sannyasa Yoga, we seen how Lord was explaining the path of actions and the path of knowledge, the Jnana Yoga and the Karma Yoga. We already seen how Arjuna was asking the question and Lord was explaining everything. Then Arjuna got confused. He again took me on the same platform. He again stuck on that point. So Arjuna is again asking the same question. Don't confuse me, Lord. Tadekam vadanishchitya yena shreyo hamapnuyam. You tell me only one thing. Yena ham shreyam prapnuyam. Arjuna is asking that. Then Lord took him to again ekam sankhyamcha yogancha yaf pashyati sa pashyati. So Lord again told, who's seeing the Jnana Yoga and Karma Yoga as same, Sankhya Yoga and Karma Yoga as same. They only see the actual thing. Others are not seeing the what is the reality. So in last session we already seen the Karma Yoga and the Jnana Yoga. Now Lord is telling how Jnana Yogis perform karma. In the last session we seen how the Karma Yogis perform karma. Now he is telling how the Jnana Yogis perform karma. And further, going further, we will be seeing the Jivan Mukta concept also. So that will be very interesting for us. Let's see the 13th shloka. Sankhya Yogis, how the Sankhya Yogis perform the actions. सर्वकर्माणि मनसा संन्यस्यास्ते सुखं वशी नवद्वारे पुरे देहि नैव कुर्वन्न कारयन्. Lord is telling here about the Jnana Yogis. So how the Jnana Yogis perform actions? Sarva karmani manasa sanyasya aste sukham vashi. Sarvani karmani, all the actions, manasa, by the mind, sanyasya, having renounced, sukham vashi, aste sukham vashi, who rests happily. Vashi is who has controlled over himself. So, self-controlled person. So that person who has self-control over them, who has already renounced all the karmas by his mind, the Jnana Yogis, Navadvare pure dehi naiva kuruvan na karayan. Neither acting nor causing others to act. They are happily resting in this body. Which body? Which city? 9-gated city. Navadvare pure, Navadvara, 9 gates. Pure dehi. Naiva kuruvanna karayan. They are neither doing anything nor causing anyone to act. These are Jnana Yogis. So renouncing all the karmas, but how that will be done? That question arises in our minds. Lord is telling here, okay, they have renounced all the karmas from the mind and they are not neither starting the action nor causing anyone to do the actions, and they are just happily resting. They are dwelling in the self. So how that happens? When we start thinking, these karmas are not related to me, as the clouds coming from the ocean and the rains coming back on the earth. The clouds going from the ocean and then in the form of rains, they again come back on the earth. Everything is happening in the sky. But is the sky concerned about that? Is the sky attached to that? No. Sky is always unconcerned. Lord will be giving here 2 examples. One is the sky and another is light. So how sky remains unconcerned? Clouds are creating and the rain is coming on the earth. Everything is happening. But sky is not concerned about that. Unconcerned. So how we can think? We are here as Jiva Chaitanya on this earth. We have got this body. Everything is happening. Guna Guneshu Vartanta iti Mritvana Sajjate. Hindi Matvana Sajjate. Indriyane Indriyartheshu na karmasvanu Sajjate. So whatever is happening, Guna Guneshu Vartante. What is happening? How is this happening? I am the seer only. I will be seeing everything. How it is happening actually? Guna Guneshu Vartanta. All the gunas are only Guneshu Vartante. They are Vartante means they are dwelling in the gunas only. Prakriti gunas are dwelling in the Prakriti. We have senses, these eyes, ears, nose, mouth, all these senses, gunas. And the sense objects. Eyes seeing its object, ears are listening, and mouth is speaking and having that rasa, jivva, tasting the things, nose is smelling. So what is happening? I'm not this body. I'm not these senses. So whatever is happening, senses are just enjoying its object. Guna Guneshu Vartante. Prakriti, this is also Prakriti. Sense objects are also Prakriti. So Prakriti is dwelling in the Prakriti only. Nature is dwelling in the nature. I am not the doer. I am not the concerned about that. So Guna Guneshu Vartanta, Indriyane Indriyartheshu na karmasvanu Sajjate. We have to make ourselves stronger on these points. I am not the doer. How that will be happening? Because I'm not the doer. The guna gudeshu vartante. I'm not the doer. Yamna sprishanti. At all, they don't touch me. They don't belong to me. They does not belong to me. Shankaracharya ji is writing in his stotra. Whatever we do in the sky, we throw anything, or the rains, clouds, firecrackers, anything. Nothing affect that sky. Same as I am freed from all the actions done by this body, by this mind, by this intellect. I am not concerned. Who starts belonging to that state of all word and actions are very small for them. When we start belonging this state that I am not the doer, guna gudeshu vartante. I know this very firmly. I am firm on this point. What happens? Now the karma, kriyas, whatever is happening, that is very small for me. I'm not concerned about these things. Aste sukham vashi. Sarva karmani manasa sanyasya. Aste sukham vashi. Aste means resting. Sukham, happily resting. Not just resting, happily resting. Vashi. Who's resting happily? Who has control over all the senses. Sanyasyaste sukham vashi. Like we are sitting in the cinema hall, we are watching the movie. And there is a war happening, Mahabharata or anything, the war. So many people are dying, the fire, and so many bad things are there. But what is happening to me? I'm watching that. Yeah, I'm feeling that. But where I'm sitting, I am happily sitting in the air-conditioned room. Am I affected by that? Yeah, I am feeling that. But am I affected with that? No. I'm not in that movie. Whatever the scene in front of me, I am not in that. I am the seer. I'm watching from here, sitting in the air-conditioned room, sitting happily. That is sukham vashi. But that is cinema hall, and I'm talking about the movie. But in real life, when we are the seer, then whatever this body is doing, this mana is doing, this intellect is doing, I am the doer. I see everything only. I'm not the concerned. Whatever is happening, I am happily sitting. Sukham vashi. Sanyasya aste sukham vashi. And now, Lord is telling, I am the dweller in the self. Now, why Lord is realizing, that is why Lord is realizing everything to us. Now Lord is asking, where do we belong? Who are you? Where are you from? So he's asking the questions. Now he will be telling. He is making us realize this. Navadvare pure dehi naiva kurvanna karayan. Navadvare pure dehi naiva kurva. I am the dweller. Who are you? I am the dweller. I am the seer. Where are you from? I belong to this city having 9 gates. I belong to this city having 9 gates. Which city? This body. If we count eyes, ears, mouth, nostrils, and then genitals and rectum. So these are 9 gates. Navadvare pure dehi naiva kurvan nakarayan. They does not do anything. Nakarayan. That does not cause anyone to do that. Do anything. Do the karma. So what is the sequence now? First, Jiva Chaitanya comes on earth. He started attaching himself with this body. Now the beginning thought was, this is my body. Later, slowly, as Adhyasa was getting stronger, he started thinking, I am this body. See, first was, this is my body. But now, after a long time, I started thinking, I am this body. First thought, this is my body. That is okay. Jiva Chaitanya came on earth, attached with this body. This is my body. Okay. But I am this body. See, when a children gets a toy, he thinks, yes, this toy is mine. By the time, it is fine. But when he starts thinking, I am only this toy. If anything happens to this toy, I will be dying. Is it true? Is it actually happening? No. I attached myself with this body. This body is mine, fine, but I am not this body. That happens because of Adhyasa. For the long time, the Chaitanya and Avidya is there together. And where for longer time something is together, all the good dosha, that as sankraman, they start going in between, sharing all the thoughts like that. So first Jiva Chaitanya comes on earth, started attaching himself with everything. This body is mine. Now I am this body. So in this sequence, we have to think. Saints say, Vastu Siddhi Vicharena. You have to think. We have to think. The sequence, how this is happening, why I started thinking that I am something. I have my ego. I am the doer. Why I started thinking all this. This was the sequence. When we do that vichara, when we do that manana, and that is Vedanta. Shamana manana nididhyasana. Without the Vedanta, there is no end of this world. If we want something, if we want liberation or anything, we have to study Vedanta. If we need that Vedanta. We love Bhagavad-Gītā. We love a lot. Bhagavad-Gītā is also the Grantha of Vedanta. We need that Vedanta. Whatever we are learning in this interpretation classes, that is all Vedanta, because we are learning the meaning of Gita. Gita is the Grantha of Vedanta. So we will not get attached if we start rising these two feelings. How? What feeling? I am the seer like the light, Prakasha. Light is everywhere. We are able to see everything because of that light. But is light affected with anything? I am the seer like the light, like the Prakasha. Everywhere I am seeing everything. I see everything. And I am like sky, unconcerned, nirlipta. I am not attached to anything. Whatever is happening in this sky is not concerned. Whatever is happening in this body, I am not concerned. So Prakasha, Akasha, two Drishtanta by the Lord here. So these actions are not mine. The attachment we have created, the action is only mine. We have to leave that. Now let's move ahead. Now a few people are so smart. They will say whatever is happening, that is because of Lord only. Without unki ichha ke patta bhi nahi hilta. We see many times in Viveshana also people ask this question. So answer in next two shlokas. What we say, we can do this, whatever you are asking, but the Lord has trapped us in this world. We can watch ourselves. How many times we say like this? We create the issues. We have attached ourselves with everything and telling the God, He tied me here. The Lord is clarifying, no, don't take me in your rubbish thoughts and all. Lord is clarifying. Let's see. Nakartritvan nakarmani lokasya srijite prabhu nakarma phala sanyogam swabhavastu pravartate. every shloka, it feels like you keep on going, you keep on explaining because there is so much content to tell you all. न कर्तृत्वं न कर्माणि लोकस्य सृजति प्रभु न कर्मफल संयोगं स्वभावस्तु प्रवर्तते. We give an explanation to everyone that no, I'm not doing, Lord is doing the same. Because we are sansari people, worldly people. We need that. So in our language, Lord is explaining everything. Na kartritvam, not the agency, agentship. Na karmani, not the actions. Lokasya srajate prabhu. For this word creates Prabhu the Lord. Not karma phala sanyogam, union with the fruits of actions. So first is kartritvam, the feeling of I am doer. Kartritvam, agentship. Na karmani, the actions. And the karma phala sanyogam, union with the fruit of action. Lokasya srijate prabhu, the creator of this word is not doing all this. What is then how it is happening? Neither agency nor actions does the Lord create for the word, nor union with the fruits of action, but it is nature that acts. How it is happening? Swabhavastu pravartate. The nature is acting. We have to understand that. If the Lord is not creating all this, then who is? Swabhavastu pravartate. Yeah. Lord had created this Srishti, but we created another word for us. Jivakrita, Ishwarakrita Srishti, Jivakrita Srishti. So there are two types of words. Lord had created the rivers, the sky, the wind, everything. Everything Lord had created. Now we started relating. Okay, He created the earth. Now we are telling, no, this much part is mine, and from there it is yours. We divided the river, Godavari river. You can consider. Some people are saying this part of river is belong to the Maharashtra, and this part is of Karnataka. This is not done by the Lord. This is done by us. This is our nature, Swabhavaha. Why this Swabhava? The karma is done by us. What creates our Swabhava? We always say, this is my nature, that is his nature, and everyone has a different nature. Why everyone is having different nature? What is the cause of that? So the karma is done by us. That create the vasana, the desire. And those desires, those vasanas create our nature, our Swabhava. Karma, from the karma, the vasana, from the vasana, the Swabhava. And what this Swabhava is bringing, carrying? Many, many, many births. They are actually the fixed deposits in us of thousands of births. For thousands of births, whatever we are doing, each karma is creating some vasana. And from each vasana, there is some Swabhava. So Swabhava is containing all of this. That is Swabhava. That's why 3 children born in the same house, they are not even same. Because they have their own Swabhava of many, many births. In the same house, the Gokarna, if you know this story, the Gokarna and Dhundukari were born. But Gokarna Pandito Gyani Dhundukari Mahakalaha. Gokarna was very wise, but Dhundukari, an evil personality. Mahakalaha. See? So Lord is not doing anything here, but we who is doing everything and attaching ourselves with this samsara. Now again Lord telling, O Arjuna, Nadatte kasyachit papan न चैव सुकृतं विभुः अज्ञानेनावृतं ज्ञानं तेन मुह्यन्ति जन्तवः न आदत्ते kasyachit papam na chaiva sukritam. Lord is telling, I don't accept anyone's papa, anyone's punya. Then why people think like this? The omnipresent, the Vibhu means omnipresent. The omnipresent neither accepts anybody's sins nor even virtues. Knowledge remains covered by ignorance. Then how it is happening? When Lord is not accepting this, nor the sins, neither the sins nor the virtues. So what is happening? How it is happening? Because the knowledge is covered by the ignorance. Hence the creatures are deluded. And sometimes, many times, many people have this thought. They say Lord is partial. Someone is happy in this world, someone is very sad. He has created partial world. He is not impartial. And he is very harsh. Some people are crying, they are not even getting food. And he is not doing anything for them. Lord is harsh. We see many times. Not many times, consider sometimes. So we blame Lord for this. He is partial, he is harsh. And the same question is raised in Brahma Sutra Bhashyam also. There is one prakarana, adhikaranam, Vaishamya Nairghanya adhikaranam. There, the same question. Vaishamyam means partiality. Nairghanya means he is so cruel. He is so harsh. So Vaishamya, then what is the answer? How we can answer this, that Lord is not partial, Lord is not harsh? So answer is also given there in one Brahma Sutra, I will say, Vaishamya Nairghanye na sapekshatvat tatha hi darshayati. So many Shrutis are given from the Vedas. So Vaishamya Nairghanye, if you blame Lord with these two doshas, so what is the answer? Na sapekshatvat. No, this is not the truth. Sapekshatvat. Karma sapekshatvat. What sapeksh? Karma sapekshatvat. Whatever we have done in our previous births, we are getting the fruit of those karmas only. Then what is the role of Ishvara? What is the role of Lord? Ishvarastu parjanyavad drashtavyaha. Parjanya means rain. So if we sow wheat, we will reap wheat only. If we sow hemp, we will reap hemp only. Rain is not the responsible for this. Rain is never responsible. Rain is not the reason why I'm reaping wheat and why he is reaping hemp or anything. No. Whatever we have sowed, we are reaping that only. We are getting that only. So Ishvarastu parjanyavad drashtavyaha. He is not partial. Whatever we are getting, karma sapekshatvat, our karma, good or bad, we are getting that only. Now, in next shloka, 16, the Lord is going to explain the concept of liberated life person, Jivan Mukta. We may have heard this word, Jivan Mukta. What is Jivan Mukti? Whenever we hear that moksha, liberation, so general thought is, okay, after dying we will get that. So there is one concept, no, when you are alive, then also you can get moksha. You can have that state of moksha. So that is called Jivan Mukti. When you have avidya also, and when you have the knowledge also, the sanskaras of avidya will be remaining there in this world. And you are liberated. You have that akhandakara chitta vritti of Brahman also, nirvikalpaka Brahma. So that is Jivan Mukti avastha. So from here, Lord is explaining that. Jnanena tu tadajnanam yeshan nashitamatmanah Teshamadittyavajnanam prakashayati tatparam Jnanena tu tadajnanam yeshan nashitamatmanah. Now he is telling here, but to those whose ignorance is destroyed. In previous shloka, Lord told it is why it is happening, because the knowledge is covered by the delusion, it is covered by the ignorance. Now he is telling, but those whose ignorance is destroyed by the knowledge, they have got that Brahmagyanam, that Akhandakara Chitta Vritti with the meditation or anything, with the karma, with the jnana. They have got that Chitta. So Swarupa Prapti is what? Having that one Chitta Vritti means constantly, I am feeling that Brahman. I am feeling my Swarupa. I can see that. Yes, I am Satchidananda Rupa. Akhandakara Chitta Vritti means not I am thinking of Lord, then I will start thinking of something else. No, I am constantly thinking of that only. So that is Jivan Mukta. But to those whose ignorance is destroyed by the knowledge of the self, their knowledge, like the sun, reveals that supreme reality. Jnanena tu tadajnanam yeshan nashitamatmanah, who has destroyed with the ignorance by the knowledge, tesham adityavajnanam prakashayati tatparam. Tesham, those, adityavajnanam, those knowledge, like the sun, adityavat, like the sun, prakashayati tatparam, reveals that supreme reality, reveals everything, reveals that Swaswarupa, my Swarupa, Satchidananda Rupa, whose ajnana is destroyed. We need to go little faster. Tad buddhayas tadatmanas tannishthas tatparayana gacchantya punaravritting jnana nirdhuta kalmashah. Those who have their intellect absorbed in that, whose self is that, tad buddhayaha, whose intellect is absorbed in that Brahman. Tad means that Brahman, that Swaswarupa. Tad buddhayaha, intellect absorbed in that. Tadatmanaha, their self being that. Tadatmanaha, that Brahma, and now I am Tadrupa. I am also that Brahma only. Here Brahma is not Brahmana. You are in L3, you already know, but just want to tell you, Brahma is that supreme reality, not the creator of this world also. That Brahma is different. The Parabrahma is the supreme reality. So, tad buddhayaha, tadatmanaha, they are themselves only. Tannishthaha, established in that thought, established with that Brahman. Tannishthaha, tatparayanaha, with that for their supreme goal. That Brahman is only now their supreme goal. Tatparayanaha, this is my end now. Gachanti apunaravrittim, they go, not again returning. They will not be returning now. They attain the state of not returning. Jnana nirdhuta kalmashaha. Their dirt means their sins having been removed by the knowledge. Who has realized that Brahman? What happens? All their sins are removed by the knowledge, the jnana. So that is Jivan Mukti Avastha. They fixed their mind and intellect into that Brahman, constantly having that Chitta Vritti. Now, what will be happening after realizing that Parabrahman, the supreme reality? There, all the sins will be destroyed. Because until you have Prarabdha or Kriyamana or Sanchita, any of the Karma Phala or Karma, you cannot get that knowledge. We have to be Vishuddhantaha Karana. Neither virtues nor sins. You are not having anything. then we can attain Brahma. That's why whatever karma we have to enjoy that here. Upabhoga. After everything is finished, Papa also, Punya also, then we will get that Brahman. So this word is made up of two feelings, I can say, I and mine. Once we leave that, I and mine, main and mera, that is sannyasa. And after that sannyasa, our mind is on that state, unconcerned, unaffected by anything. In next sloka, let's see. Vidya vinaya sampanne brahmane gavihastine shuni chaiva shvapake cha pandita samadarshinaha. Vidya vinaya sampanne, upon one endowed with the learning and humility. Sages look equally upon all. Panditaha samadarshinaha. The sages look everyone equally. On a Brahman endowed with learning and humility. Vidya vinaya sampanna brahmana. The person is who's Jivan Mukta, who has got that stage. Now, they will be seeing everyone equal, samadarshinaha. And in everyone, so Lord is giving so many examples here. Vidya vinaya on a Vidya vinaya sampanna brahmana, endowed with the learning and humility, the brahmana, gavi in cow, gau, and seventh form is gavi, the adhikarana. So in on the cow, so gavi, cow also, hastini, on the elephant also, on an elephant also, and then shuni, chaiva shvapakecha, shuni on a dog. Shvapakecha, chandala, outcast people. In everyone panditaha, the Jivan Muktas, the knowledgeable person. And here, if we are talking about Jivan Mukta, it doesn't mean it is not for us. The qualities, we can have these qualities, then slowly we can walk on that path. So panditaha, the knowledgeable, the wise people, samadarshinaha, they see everyone equally. Namdev Maharaj, we have heard the name Namdev Maharaj, he was just preparing chapati for himself. Now a dog came there and that dog catches his chapati and ran from there. Namdev Maharaj was running after him. That is very common, what new in it. We all will do that for our things. But what he was loudly saying, he was telling him, he was actually shouting there, saying loudly, Bhagwan, take the ghee with it. Ghritam, the purified butter. So think, he was not running after him for chapati. He was running after him because I was about to apply the ghee on that chapati and you took it. You just take the ghritam also. So he was not saying, he called Bhagavan. He was not saying the dog. He was saying that Paramatman in everyone. Sarvasya chaham hridisannivishto mattasmitir jnanam apohanancha. I am dwelling in everyone's heart. Sarvasya hridisannivishtaha aham. Lord is telling. So in everyone we can see that Paramatman. So on a Brahmana, on a cow, and on an elephant, even a dog and outcast people. Samadarshanaha. But see, our Shastras always talk about Samadarshanaha, not Samavartana. We have to understand the difference. Samadarshana means seeing everyone equally, but Samavartana is, if there is a Brahmana Bhoja, and I took the dog and just you sit here and eat. That is Samavartana. That is never allowed. We cannot ask the dog to eat in my plate. not Samavartana. Samadarshana, dog is also that Paramatman only. Paramatman, he is also having that. But not I will call him to come, just come and sleep with me in my bed, eat with me in my plate, you live. No, that is Samavartana is not allowed. So let's see the next shloka. Ihaiva tairjita sargo yeshan samye sthitam manaha nirdosham hi samam brahma tasmad brahmani te sthita. Even in this world, they conquered their earth life, whose minds fixed on the Supreme. Iha eva taihi jitaha sargaha. This word is conquered by them. Yesham samye sthitam manaha, whose mind fixed on the Supreme. Samye sthitam, remain always balanced. Nirdosham hi samam brahma, since Brahman is the same in everyone and free from the defects. Nirdosham hi samam brahma. Tasmat, because of that, because Brahman is same and he is free from the defects and he is in everyone. That's why Tasmat brahmani te sthitaha. That's why they are always established in that Brahman. Getting these qualities because Brahman is like that. And if we are staying in that, so I am also that Brahman, so I will also be having those qualities. Now, how to get established in God? What are the marks of such sage who gets established in him? Let's see the 28th shloka. Na prahirshet priyam prapya no dujit prapya cha priyam thira buddhir sammodho brahmavid brahmane sthitaha. Na prahirshet priyam prapya, not prahirshet priyam prapya, na prahirshet, when he gets the pleasant, what is pleasant to him, having obtained that, he should not rejoice. Na prahirshet. That person should not rejoice. No dujet prapya cha priyam, apriyam cha prapya, na udvujet, should not be troubled, should not be agitated, having obtained the apriyam, the unpleasant. Sthira buddhi, one with steady intellect. Asammodha, undiluted. Brahmavit, knower of that Brahman. Brahmani, in Brahman. Sadaha, established in that. So what are the marks? Who's not rejoicing when he is getting his pleasant things. He is not getting agitated when he is getting some unpleasant things, or everything is not happening according to them. He is not rejoicing. He is neither troubled or agitated with that. So sthira buddhi, asammodha, that steady intellect person, undeluded, knower of that Brahman, Brahmani sthita, established in that Brahman, we should understand by seeing that person and his qualities. Which qualities? These qualities. Na prahishet, priyam prapya na prahishet. Apriyam cha prapya na udvijit. Sthira buddhi, asammodha, brahmavit, brahmani sthitaha. Because he starts thinking, I am that Brahman. Brahman is nirlepa, nirvikara, and this whatever qualities Brahman is having, I also have that quality because I am established in that. Not I am, but the Jivan Mukta person established in that Brahman. Now, a person naturally established in God. The Lord in the next verse describes the means of attaining that state, which we just now seen. Established in that Lord. Bahya sparsheshu saktatma vindatyatmani yat sukham sabrahma yoga yuktatma sukham akshayamashnute. Bahya sparsheshu. Sparsheshu means the sense objects. The bahya, external context. Sparsheshu means all the sense objects. Sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha. all these. So in external contacts, in external objects, asaktatma, one whose mind is unattached. Vindati, finds atmani, in the self. Yad, who? Sukham, happiness. One who finds the happiness in the self, within the self. Unattached, mind is unattached with the external contacts. Sab Brahma Yoga, who's getting Ashnute means attaining that. Who's attaining that? Sukham, Akshaya Sukham, the eternal happiness. Sab Brahma Yoga Yuktatma, that person. Which person? The Brahma Yoga Yuktatma, with the self engaged in the meditation of Brahman. Brahma Yoga Yukta means again Yukta and Yoga. The engagement or the attachment, the connection. So with the self unattached to the external contacts, he finds happiness in the self. With the self engaged in the meditation of Brahman, he attains the endless, eternal happiness. Sukhamakshayam ashnute. Now, in the previous shloka, he told, if we are not attached to the external things, external objects, then we enjoy the eternal happiness. Lord told this. Now, he is telling how to renounce attachment for sense objects. He told, if you are not attached with the external contacts, you are happy. Now, how to get unattached with external objects, external contacts? In next verse. Always Lord is telling, this should be done. If you want this, do this. And how to do this? Next question. Always he answers that. Ye hi sansparshaja bhoga dukkhayo nayevate adyantavantah kaunteya nate shramate buddha. Yehi sansparshaja bhogaha dukkhayo nayevate. The enjoyments that are born of contacts. Sansparshaja bhogaha, born of contacts, the enjoyments. Dukkhayo nayevate. They are only generators of pain. Adyantavantah kaunteya. They have a beginning and the end. Nate shuramate buddha. O Arjuna, the wise do not rejoice in them. What happens? Lord is telling, whatever the external objects happiness is, whatever we are happiness, we are getting with the external objects. That is having a beginning and the end. That is just generator of pain only. If that is not there, I will be having pain. So, one should not rejoice all that, all the external contact happiness. What happens when a mother does not want her child to eat lots of chocolate? She tells him, if you eat this a lot, you will be sick. We will need to take you to the hospital. Doctor will use scissors, etc. And all this. So, child is having fear. He's scared now. Creating that disinterest, dosha buddhi, generating that dosha buddhi. Lord is doing same here. We are always finding the happiness in the words. Lord is telling that happiness is only the generator of pain. You should not rejoice that. Dosha buddhi, that is the generator of pain. He's not telling us to do. If you rejoice, okay, you will be having pain. I have this phone now. Maybe in future I will not be having pain. I have this laptop. I will not be having pain. I have this car. In future, I might not have pain. So, if my happiness is dependent on external objects, I will be feeling pain. So, find the happiness. What is the message here? Find the happiness within the self. Happiness is within. Our form is only happiness, eternal happiness. Such Ananda Rupa. So why we are finding the happiness outside? In everything, in small things, we are finding happiness. Generator of pain. We should remember that. Now, Lord told here the pleasure are born of contacts are the sources of pain. Then the question arises, who is happy? If external objects are a generator of pain, that happiness is not okay for me. So who's happy now? Everyone is only dependent on the happiness generated by the external objects. Who's happy now? Not is telling, okay, wait, I am answering that also. Shaknoti haivaya sodhum praksharira vimokshanaat kama krodhodbhavam vegam sayuktasya sukhi naraha. Shaknoti haivaya sodhum praksharira vimokshanaat kama krodhodbhavam vegam sayuktasya sukhi naraha. Shaknoti haivaya sodhum. Shaknoti iha eva yaha sodhum praksharira vimokshanaat. Shaknoti is able, iha, here in this word, even yaha sodhum, who can withstand with that. Before praksharira vimokshanaat, before the liberation from this body, kama krodhodbhavam vegam sayuktasya sukhi naraha. Lord is telling, who's happy? One who can withstand here itself before departing from the body. I think, okay, so much pain in this life. After the life, I will be happy. No. Who's happy? Who can withstand here itself before departing from this body? Shaknoti yaha sodhum praksharira vimokshana. Kama krodhodbhavam vegam yah yuktaha sasukhi naraha. The impulse arising from the desire and anger. Kama krodhodbhavam, born from kama and krodha, from the desire and the anger. Kama, desire, krodha, anger. That man is a yogi. Yuktaha, sasukhinara. Yuktaha means that person, that man is a yogi who's not affected by the desire, not the anger, and who can withstand here itself. Not afterlife, I will be happy. I am happy here only. So who's free from all this? That man is a yogi and he is only happy. If we can accept whatever is happening in this world, okay, that is the fruit of my karmas only. We can be happy. Now the Lord is explaining the glory of a person who is happy within himself. Now, if we are like that, then the glory of ourselves. Yontas sukhontara ramas tathantar jyotirevayah sayogi brahma nirvanam brahma bhuto dhigacchati. One who is happy within, whose pleasure is within, and who has his light only within, that yogi attains absolute freedom. Absolute freedom is moksha. Attains that moksha, himself becoming Brahma. Yaha antaha sukhaha antaha antaraha ramas tatha tathantaha tatha antaha jyotihi evayaha. Who's happy within, antaha sukhaha, antas sukhaha, antararamaha, whose pleasures are within, and whose light is also within. Antaha jyotirevayah. Light is also within. The happiness is also within. That person, sayogi, that yogi attains Brahma Nirvanam. Nirvana, moksha, liberation, salvation, all these words are just synonyms. So, sayogi Brahma Nirvanam, that yogi attains that moksha, Brahma Nirvana, that absolute freedom. Brahma bhuto adhigacchati. Brahma bhuta, becoming that Brahman. Adhigacchati, attains that Brahman, becoming that Brahman. Glory of that person who is finding the happiness within himself. Now let's see, in the next verse, he explains the state of the people who are actively engaged in the welfare of all beings, as the Geeta Parivar is doing, and all the volunteers joined Geeta Parivar, and they are also working for the welfare of others only. But there is one more condition: when we are not wishing anything from anyone. I'm not attached with the fruit. I'm doing everything for the welfare of others, but I'm not attached with the fruit. I'm just doing. And someone is making to do that. Someone is making me to do that. That is Lord. Of course, Lord, because of my karma only. I'm not the doer again. No aham bhava. I am doing. No, I'm not the doer. Labhante brahma nirvanam rishayah ksheena-kalmashaah chinnadvaidhayatatmanaha sarvabhuta-hite rataah. Labhante, they obtain brahma nirvanam, absolute freedom, rishayah, rishis, the sages, who is actually having these qualities, performing that, getting that Brahman. Rishayah ksheena-kalmashaah, those whose sins are destroyed, the Jivan Muktas. Chinnadvaidha, whose dualities are torn. Chinnadvaidha, dvaidha means all the pairs of opposite, destroyed. Yatatmanaha, those who are self-controlled. Yatatmanaha, won over the self, self-control. Sarvabhuta-hite, in the welfare of all beings, they rejoicing. So they attain, they become cleansed of all impurities and attain the bliss of Brahman, attain the absorption in Brahman. So who's freed from pairs of opposite, whose minds are just fixed and devoted to the welfare of all beings, what happens with them? Become cleansed of all impurities. They are freed from all papas now. Attain the bliss of that, and they get that Brahman only. So that is not okay. I'm busy in the welfare of others, so I have to do something else with that. Bhakti is okay, but that is also very much important. See, if I'm busy in the welfare of all beings, I will be attaining that Brahman. All my papas will be destroyed slowly, slowly, not at the moment. Now in next shloka, Lord explains here the excellence of the God-realized souls, the Jivan Muktas. Kama krodha vyuktanam yatinam yatachetasam abhito brahma nirvanam vartate viditatmanam. Kama krodha vyuktanam yatinam yatachetasam abhito brahma nirvanam vartate viditatmanam. Kama krodha vyuktanam, absolute freedom. The vidita vartate brahma abhito brahma nirvanam. Kama krodha vyuktanam means of those who are freed from desire and anger. Kama krodha vyuktanam, freed. Yatinam, self-controlled people. Yatatma, yati, all these self-controlled people. Yatachetasam, of those who have controlled their thoughts. Chetasam, controlled their mind and the thoughts coming in our minds. So yatachetasam, abhito brahma nirvanam, abhitaha, on all sides. Abhita means abhita and parita, Sanskrit words. So on all the sides, when we are in this world or after this body also, when we are departed from this body, then also abhitaha, in both the ways, brahma nirvanam, absolute freedom, vartate, exists, viditatmana, of those who have realized the self. So who has realized the self in this world when they are having the body, or after the body also. After the body also, they get that absolute freedom only. So now in next two verses, Lord explains how the Lord can be realized through the paths of action. In previous two shlokas, Lord explained how the Lord can be attained with the path of action, the knowledge. Now in the next verse, Lord is going to explain how can the God be realized through the meditation. Sparsha, in next two shlokas. Sparshan kritva bahirbahya chakshushaivantare bhuvo प्राणापानौ समौ कृत्वा नासाभ्यन्तरचारिणौ यतीन्द्रियमनोबुद्धिर्मुनिर्मोक्षपरायणाः मुनिर्मोक्षपरायणः विगतेच्छाभयक्रोधो यः सदा मुक्त एव सः. Shutting out all external contacts. Sparshan kritva bahirbahyans chakshuhu chaivantare bhruvohu. Shutting out all the external contacts, fixing the gaze, this sight, fixing the gaze between the eyebrows and making the outgoing and incoming breaths. Samatvam, samata. Breaths and the move through the nostrils. One rhythm, making that rhythm. And outgoing and incoming breaths that move through the nostrils. The contemplative who has control over his organs, mind and intellect. Yatindriya mano buddhi munihi, that person. Moksha parayanaha, who has control over all his organs, mind and intellect, having liberation as his supreme goal. Moksha parayanaha, having that liberation as a supreme goal. Vigatecha bhayakrodho, freed forever from the desire. Ichha, desire. Bhaya, fear. Krodha, anger. Forever they are freed from this. Yes, sada mukta eva saha, who was freed from all this, is indeed liberated forever. So through the meditation also, what we do in meditation? Focus on one point between the eyebrows and balanced breathing. Prana apano samo kritva, prana apana, both the airs, 5 types of air. So we are talking about prana apano samo kritva, that rhythm, creating that rhythm kritva, nasa abhyantara charinau. Through these nostrils, we make that balancing. So yatindriya manu, who is freed from the desire, fear and anger, they are indeed liberated forever. Sada muktaha, that person is indeed freed from all these. They are liberated. Now in the last shloka, first Lord told, let's remind, recap. First Lord told the path of action, then the path of knowledge, then the path of meditation. Through the meditation also we can be achieved. Once we get that akhandakara chitta vritti, nirvikalpaka samadhi, again and again, constantly living in that Brahman, dwelling in that Brahman, having that thought only, one thought, for not longer, actually forever. That is through meditation, getting that Brahman. And now Lord is telling the last and our favorite option, our favorite path and the best for us, the path of devotion in next shloka. We all are doing that only. Bhoktaram yajna tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suhridam sarva bhutanam yatva mam shanti mrachati. Bhoktaram, the enjoyer, knowing me as the enjoyer of all the sacrifices and austerity. Tapasam, bhoktaram yajna tapasam, understanding me as bhoktaram of yajna, all the sacrifices, and tapasam, all the austerities. Sarva loka maheshwaram, as the supreme lord of all the worlds, all the universes. Sarvaloka maheshwaram, maha ishwaram, suhridam sarva bhutanam, as the friend of every being. Suhridam sarva bhutanam, gyatva mam shanti mrachati, who gets this all, knowing me as this. Bhoktaram yajna tapasam, sarvaloka maheshwaram, suhridam sarva bhutanam, gyatva, knowing me like this, mam shantim mrachati, attains the eternal peace with the devotion. Lord is telling, this is devotion. We consider the Lord as the creator of all universes, friend of worlds, and the enjoyer of all the yagyas, tapasas. We understand, when we understand him like this, we surrender ourselves, we are the devotee of him, then we get that eternal peace. So we are done with all the shlokas. After completing this chapter, may we also get the peace in our lives. Let's see the Pushpika. Om Tatsaditi Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyāyā Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Karma Sannyasa Yogo Nama Panchamo Dhyāyah. With the words Om Tatsat. Om Tatsat, if we say at the end of anything, that means whatever mistakes we have occurred, that will be forgiven. And also remembering that Supreme Lord, Om Tatsat, only that is only real. So the name of the Lord in the Upanishad, Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyāyām Yoga Shastre. In the Upanishad of Bhagavad Gita, the knowledge of Brahma, the Supreme, the scripture of yoga, and the dialogue between Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade, the dialogue between Shri Krishna and Arjuna. This is the fifth designated discourse, fifth chapter, the yoga of action and knowledge, karma sannyasa yoga. Sannyasa and Sankhya, Jnana, all the same. So the yoga of action and knowledge has been completed. Om Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Let's see. Let's sit calmly. Remember the Lord's name. 2 minutes Sankirtana. Then we will move on to the question answer session. Hari Sharanam, 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 Hari Sharanam. Rupal Krishna Bhagavan ki Jai.
Thank you, Rupal Didi, for your thought-provoking presentation. Didi, are you taking the question and answer session?
Yeah. If anyone is having any question, you can just raise your hand and switch on your videos so that we can take you on spotlight. Usha ji? Yes. Usha ji, please unmute yourself.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Namaste, Jai Shri Krishna.
Ji, Jai Shri Krishna. Please ask.
This one, 23rd shloka, madam. Shaknoti haiva sodam. That I didn't catch it. And that please explain that about that line. And one more is you have concluded this chapter is like path of action and knowledge, and then you are telling something. And that also please explain it again.
Let me tell you first the 23rd shloka. Here Lord is telling who is able to control the anger and the anger and the kama, the desire, before leaving this body, means in this word itself, they are happy. That is the only meaning of 23rd shloka. And another question?
What is that Shaknoti haiva means? What?
Shaknoti iha eva yaha sodhum. This is the vigraha. Means who is able to control their, yes. Shaknoti means you are able to. Iha means in this word, eva. Emphasizing on that, yaha sodhum, who is able to control.
Okay? Okay, I got it.
Yes. And next question?
Next question, you have concluded about this chapter. This chapter is like path of action and path of knowledge. You're telling me.
Yeah, Lord told many paths for the
Yeah.
liberation. So first was the knowledge. First was the
Okay.
action, second was the knowledge, third was the meditation, and fourth was the devotion.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
For moksha, isn't it?
Yes,
For liberation.
for the
Liberation means
liberation.
moksha. For
Yes.
moksha. Okay.
With any of these paths, you can get
Oh.
that liberation.
Oh, any of this or
Yes, any.
not all. That's what I was saying.
All the
So
paths are
difficult.
not. Actually, we
Yeah.
are not able to follow all the paths.
Yeah, that's
We can
we are
follow only
human
one.
being. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
On junction, you can choose any of one way,
Yeah.
not all the ways. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, Jai Shri Krishna. If anyone else is having any question, we can take, or we can end up the session now. Yeah, Sudhaji. Please unmute.
Yes, Didi, in the 27th shloka, the first charan, Sparshan Krutva Bahir Bahyansh. What is the meaning of that?
Which shloka?
27th shloka, first charan.
Yes, Sparshan Krutva Bahir Bahyansh. Sparshan means Bahyan. First, Bahyan, Sparshan. These are two having same meaning. Means all the Bahir Bahyans means all the outsider contacts. And which are these? Sparshan means Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. So all these objects. From these objects, if you have controlled yourself, if you have, yes, you have shutting out from all the external contacts, then chakshuhu eva antare bhroh, between the eyebrows, in center, fixing the gaze, chakshuhu. We have to fix our chakshuhu where? In between the eyebrows. Chakshuhu chaiva eva antaha bhruvoh. Bhruvoh means the eyebrows. So first you have to control yourself from you have to detach yourself from all the external contacts, then fixing our eyes in between the eyebrows. Then balancing our breathing, having that rhythm, then we can meditate. That is the process explained.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, Jai Shri Krishna. Atulji?
On your video, so you can try to read. Yes.
Atulji, please unmute.
Atul, unmute yourself.
Okay, I think
Hello.
my mistake. Yeah, Atulji?
Hello.
Yes,
Ma'am,
I
am I
can hear you,
audible?
Atulji. Yeah, please ask.
Yeah. Ma'am, thank you for this Vivechan classes.
Yes.
My question is that, like, we people are in India, right? Following Hindu dharma.
Yes.
So people from other faith tell that our avatars like Ram, Krishna were sent by their gods. So how do we have to react? It might be a difficult question.
Yeah. That is happening not outside India, in India also. I am studying in Kerala, in South India, but I am from North India. So in South India also, there are some people, they say that this is mythology. Our culture and our scriptures, that is not real, that is mythology. Correct. But that is not, when we read, actually we cannot read, but when we hear the saints, when we listen them, when we get the logics, we study Bhagavad-Gītā properly, we study these scriptures, so that is Sanatana. Even scientists have proved that, and researchers have proved that Vedas are the most Prachina Granthas. So if the Vedas are Prachinatama, then all the things mentioned in that Veda about Rama or about our gods, so that is also the oldest. So if anyone is telling you Rama, your Krishna were sent by our gods, we don't have to argue with them. But yeah, we should know what is our culture is. We are the oldest. Sanatana Dharma is the oldest dharma in this universe. And if we are slowly reading our scriptures, we will be getting that. And more clarity on this topic we can get from Ashubhaya whenever he joins our session. Okay?
Yeah, ma'am. What is the difference between like a Hindutva and Sanatan Dharma?
No, that is same. That is same.
Thanks,
If
ma'am.
anyone is believing in Sanatan Dharma, we say, okay, you are Hindu. Hindu means having believe in some specific things. That is one dharma we can say. But Sanatan Dharma is Hindu only. That is, both are same. Both are not separated. If you are Hindu, you are Sanatani. If you are Sanatani, you are Hindu. Your beliefs are same. You believe in Veda, you believe in the Lord, and you believe in this Bhagavad-Gītā and all these Prasthantara scriptures.
But the same thing is true for other religions also, right? They believe
Sorry?
in their, no, the same thing, whatever you told now, right?
Yeah.
Is true to the people belonging to other religions.
Yes, they all. That's why we say okay, we believe. If you are calling me Rupal Didi or Lambe Bal Wali Didi, or you call me Gori Wali Didi, anything you call me. So I am the one. I am not the separated one by one. Yeah, I am 3 or 4 or 5. No, everyone is calling me with different name. That is the only thing we say. Parabrahma Paramatma is one only. Someone is calling Allah, someone is calling, is my God, someone is calling Hamare Bhagwan. So they are calling with the different names. That's why we say Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Everyone is believing in the same eternal truth, but they are calling with the different names. That is the only difference.
But why were there a lot of shortcomings? Like the new religions, they have got the access to all the scriptures, and we Hindus, we don't have access to the Vedas, the 4 Vedas, Bhagavad Gita.
That was stolen from India. But these days, if we want to study that, we can have Vedas. Shukla Yajurveda, Krishna Yajurveda, Rig Veda, Samaveda, Tharveda. There are people who are studying that and they have access of it. We are not trying to get that. That's the only problem.
No, what was the shortcomings, ma'am? Like 70 years we were independent. And to be honest, I have been introduced to Bhagavad Gita. Now I am in my early 40s.
Yes. So what is your question? I didn't get, Atulji.
No, 70 years we had our independence and
Yes.
all.
Yes.
Okay. We were not taught about all these Vedas, everything in detail. Bhagavad
Now we
Gita.
have BJP. They are taking all these things again on the
No,
top.
that will be a political this one.
Yeah, that was surely. Now
That's wrong,
we
right?
call this era is of Sanskrit is again coming on the top. We are again following our scriptures and all these things, Bhagavad Gita, Sanskrit, all these things. These times we are again taking it on the top.
Okay,
We
ma'am.
forgot in last many years actually.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, our problem was we never studied, actually not everyone, but most of the people, they never studied their scriptures and just they followed going with the flow and following the Western culture. Okay, I am also fashionism. That was the main topic for others. So we started following that Western culture and forgot our culture. We forgot studying our Shastras and we forgot what our rituals are. We also started believing, yes, this is mythology. If anyone is giving the arguments to you, yeah, I will believe. If they are giving logic to you, we are not trying to find out the logics from our books. What is the logic for my dharma? That was the problem. So many conversions and all these. But now we have to protect. Being firm on our dharma. When we say father, padri in church, Gandhiji is one very good friend in South Africa. He asked him to get converted into Christianism, to become a Christian. So Gandhiji answered he was not that literate at that time. So he asked, okay, first let me study my scriptures. Let me see what is in my scriptures. When I will know that, then if I find your dharma is better than mine, I will accept that. So that approach we all should have. First, I will see in what is in my dharma. Until I know what is there in my dharma and I will become, that is not the thing. That should not be done. So we all need to be firm on our dharmas, our beliefs. Yes, Mishilji. Please unmute.
Shukriya to you.
Yeah, we can end up the session.
You can hear me, Didi?
Yeah. Please.
Thank you, Didi, for such a lovely, enriching session. It has been a marvelous experience listening to you impart your deep knowledge of scripture and its application. On behalf of Geeta Parivar, our sincere thanks goes out to the technical team for their boundless service and making the session a great success. Before we have the Samapan Pratna, I would like to make an announcement. Ram Pratishta app should be downloaded. You're all in L3, so you know about this app. So that you can download the Hanuman Chalisa and record it in the app. Okay. The second announcement is that the 26th L1 batch starts from the 2nd of June. And chanting of Hanuman Chalisa will be taking place at the end of this session. So please don't go away, wait for it after the Samapan Pratna. Okay. We now have Gayatri Hola from Udupi, Karnataka, who is a wellness coach with an interest in art and craft, Rangoli, Bhajan, breathing, Stotra. She joined Geeta Parivar in September 2021 and does Seva as technical assistant in L1. Welcome, Gayatri ji.
Jai Shri Krishna. Yogesham Satchidanandam Vasudevam Vrajapriyam Dharma Samsthapakam Veeram Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna. We would like to thank each and every one of you Geeta Sadhaks for attending this evening session. We look forward to meeting you once again next week for another interesting and exciting session. Jai Shri Krishna.
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मनु मुकुरु सुधारी बरनउ रघुबर विमल जसु जोदायकु फलचारी बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेस विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीसतिहु लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज संवारे लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुबीर हरषि उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरतहि सम भाई सहस बदन तुमरो जस गावे, अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे। सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा, नारद सारद सहित अहिसा। जम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाँ ते, कवि कोविद कहि सकै कहाँ ते। तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा, राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा। तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना। जुग सहस्र जो जन पर भानु, लील्योताहि मधुर फल जानू। प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माही, जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे। सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज सम्हारो आपे, तीनों लोक हांकते कांपे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा। संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे। चारों जुग परताप तुम्हारा, है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता, असवर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुबर पुर जाई, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई। और देवता चित्तन धरई, हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई। जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई, छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई। जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, कीजय नाथ हृदय महडेरा। पवन तनय संकट हरना, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय बसहु सुर भूप। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय।
जय श्री कृष्ण।